So just looking then at the form, this link will have been shared with you. So this is what it looks like when you go into it. I'll go into the actual preview there. So there's some background information, and this is just for example purpose. This is the School of English and Digital Humanities, but you'll have received the specific form for your school or centre. Some background information provided on the project, which is kind of what I've talked through already. There's then an information statement, which has been approved by the Social Research Ethics Committee and is required there for ethics purposes. When you go to the next window, then there's a consent statement. Again, that's required from an ethics point of view. So you say you consent or do not consent. If you choose I do not consent, you'll be unable to proceed past this section. So if you choose I consent, next, you get then to this part of the form, which is those 3 general questions about the SDGs in research. So we're asking researchers, how familiar are you with the SDGs? Just for the purpose of this demo, I'm going to say I've heard of them. Do you see them as being important in terms of your research? Yes. And what can UCC do to increase awareness and integration of the SDGs in research? So then the next section then asks you to look at your research and the goals that your research contributes to. So this is focused on the SDGs at goal level. We ask you to read the definition for each goal and to select the 3 your research contributes to. So just for an example purpose, I'm going to say mine is 4, 5, and 8. I click next. And the final part then is you're asked to look at the targets under the goals that you've chosen. So I am going to go to 4, 5, and 8, which is what I've chosen. And you are allowed to choose up to 6 targets under those goals. So down here to my first goal, which is 4, and my research is about ensuring equal access for men and women to in universities. So I'm going to say it's 4.3. And it's also then about ensuring that people have literacy and numeracy skills. So I'm going to tick 4.6. Under 5 then, my research ends discrimination against women. So I'm going to click 5.1. And it's also then looking at full and effective participation for women in leadership, 5.5. And then going down to SDG 8, then it's about, my research is about achieving higher levels of economic productivity. And it's also about helping people to achieve full and productive employment and decent work. So 8.5. Once that's chosen, then there's a last opportunity to highlight anything else I want to say about my research here. I have nothing else to say, so I'm going to submit. And thanks for taking part. And I'd recommend anyone taking part in this exercise, this is your opportunity to save your own mapping data. So to click on print or get PDF of answers, this is it here, and to save it as a PDF, because that's your own mapping data there. So if you don't use this opportunity to save it, it'll be lost. Once it's submitted, it goes into the wider pool of data for your school. So this is the opportunity to save that for your own record.